Right then, ladies and gentlemen, well, you join us in a rather interesting car and different car for overdrive, one that we spotted a few weeks ago and made a decision on then that we had to film pretty much. It's pretty unique. What were you, Martin?
We're in a Land Rover Defender. Not a brand new one, but still quite a tasty one for its age. It's an L5 plate, this one, isn't it, Craig?
It is an 05, although I wouldn't say it was totally original. It's had a few modifications from what we can tell, certainly. We'll kick off with the interior. The seats have been retrimmed in this lovely leather. It's black leather with this...
It's like a tan, isn't
like
it?
A tan
I really like this, actually. It's a nice stitching to it, what's got on the inserts.
Very, very detailed. Really, really nice, and feels high quality as well. Looks like we've got some updated gear knobs here as well. The centre console's also been redone in the tan colour.
Yeah, matching really breaks it, doesn't it, and sets it off well.
Of course, the ashtray on top as well. Steering wheel's different as well. We've got this lovely black leather sports steering wheel, which really does.
It's a Momo steering wheel, isn't it?
It does feel really nice to hold.
It looks very tiny from where I'm sat, but I think it'd be better to drive with that, actually.
Certainly not a sort of thing you expect to see in a Defender, that's for sure. But
no.
Really nice.
They're trying to give it a bit of a sporty touch, aren't they?
Yeah, but generally speaking, obviously with a Defender, the interiors are fairly basic. There's not a whole lot of, in terms of gadgets to go through. You've got your basic stuff like your hazards of the heated rear window and your fog lights and such like, and all your normal indicator and wiper controls, but it is relatively basic in here. But it is in really nice shape, isn't it? Really clean.
I think it is, and I think for a Defender it's everything what you'd expect to need. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know Defenders are not far from what the farm vehicles were, to be honest.
Yeah.
But they're the sort of vehicles these that give you any sort of weather, snow or anything, and you'll trundle on straight through a vehicle like this. You really would.
Well, there's a lot of people out there who would say that the Defender is the best four-wheel drive in the world, and you have to admit there's got to be an element of truth in that, hasn't there?
There's got to be. They don't just say it for saying its sake.
It will go anywhere, pretty much.
I really like things like we've got the little benches.
We have in the back there.
All with seat belts and seatbelt points and everything. Nice matting at the bottom for any spills and muddy boots and things.
Down flooring, isn't it?
It is. I won't say it's the rough and ready. It's just everything you need if you want to be, I won't say doing your off-roading, but if you're stuck in any bad weather and things like that, what a vehicle to be in. You know you're not going to be stuck for long in a vehicle like this. It's a really nice place to be in here, actually, and I think I could own one of these myself and be quite satisfied with it.
It is. Looks like the sides of the rear area here look like they've been retrimmed in this black carpeting as well.
Yes, they have, and at the back here they've all been lined, haven't they?
Yeah, it's all been lined in. You can feel it just in the back of the bulkhead here.
And it's even lined in here. It's a massive armrest where this storage bin is massive.
It is. We've got a nice carpeted massive storage bin down here.
Like brass hinges on the They've gone very upmarket.
It is very good. That's covered in black leather, and Martin will be very pleased to know we've actually got some cup holders.
We've got some nice cup holders, bottle-sized cup holders. These would be great. I think that goes in there,
yeah.
Siggy lighter and that. But yeah, these would be nice, really sturdy cup holders, these.
It is. But it's really well done. The modifications have been really, really well done.
We've even found its air conditioning. It's only two flaps at front that you just open.
This is
that's it.
This is a trait of Defenders, as a lot of people will know, that you've got your two flaps just below the windscreen there that open up to get some obviously ventilation in.
Yeah.
A lot of Defenders, as the years went on and they got later and later in the build years, did come with sort of factory air conditioning and even heated seats and things like that. But this one is what you'd call, I suppose it's sort of the commercial version, isn't it? Without the rear windows in the back.
It's just been these added touches, but the roof lining's a bit strange. It's not like a felt material or anything.
I just think it's generally meant to be just very, very hard wearing.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's the idea.
I'm not sure. Does it suit it being like this, or would it have been better in the black? Or does it just break it and give it that bit of an airiness to it?
Yeah, I would say this bit here looks original. It might have been nice if the grey carpet in the roof there would carried on.
Yeah.
Here, but nevertheless.
But it is what it is, isn't it?
It is what it is. This would have been sort of, I suppose, the basic model Defender when it was new. But as I've mentioned, it has a number of modifications, and these seats really are very comfortable indeed.
They are, actually. While I'm sat in these, they are pretty sturdy and comfy. They're not massively grabbing around the sides. There's not much to them that way, but for your actual posture and everything, they are pretty good. I mean, let's not forget, we're in a high up fairly vehicle, aren't we? I mean, it's for chucking it around all over the place, and
this is for sort of driving across fields and stuff. You can't expect it to be kitted out with gadgets, can you? Really, no. I suppose. So that's the interior. Like I say, not a huge amount to talk about because there's not a huge amount in here.
Well, we're not gadget packed, are we? But no. I don't think you'd expect gadget packed. I think more what going on the outside. I think which are some of its, let's say, tasty features, what's been done. I think, as you pointed out, there's some LED lighting that's been updated and things like that.
The LED lights in the side lights, the indicators and the rear lamps there have been updated with LEDs on this particular car. It's quite a popular modification on Defenders. To do that.
I think there's such a massive aftermarket parts and things you can update your vehicle and refresh them.
Yeah.
I think some things are endless with grills and such like that and wheels.
This one's also got the latest model Defender alloy wheels on it as well.
I like them. I really like the wheels.
And they do look really smart. They do look off-road tyres. They do look really the part. It's also about some of the bodywork bits and pieces like the bonnet and things like that have also been sprayed black, as the rest of the car, of course, is metallic green. And it appears that this has a new front bumper as well, same as what it would have, obviously just refreshing things really.
It's had a nice little facelift, hasn't it?
It has. That's what you'd call it, really. Isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
And again, it's quite a popular thing to do. Obviously, the Defender itself has been out of production now for, got to be talking,
it's a fair few years. I mean, we're talking a vehicle now that is no longer made, but I think
it's back end of 2015, wasn't it?
I think looking at the presence of this one on the outside and with the inside, what has been done, it's still holding its own. I think you could feel just as special in this as you could a fairly modern vehicle, I'd say, and you're not going to get stuck in it. By no means.
It's not difficult to see why the values of these have skyrocketed, particularly since production finished. But yeah, it is a car to go anywhere.
I think there is only the one sort of off-road really, and it is the Land Rover at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that claim still has not gone away.
Obviously, there's rivals. Land Cruiser. Toyota Land Cruiser obviously is a well-regarded 4x4 throughout the world. But there's, like I said, a lot of people out there who will say that Defender is the best in the world, and you have to agree there's an element of truth. I
think there's a lot of people out there, Defender owners and Defender fans, and Land Rovers as a whole, the whole company are fans of them, and this is just a nice, perfect example, it really is. The tiny little wipers I can see, they're so microscopic, but at the end of the day, it's just everything you need, isn't it? You don't need over the top, it's just as it is.
No, it's a 14-year-old car, this, but it has had a nice facelift, and it brings it as up to date, I suppose, as a Defender is going to get, and really nice.
You've got simple things. You've still got windy windows with the handles, and to me, it's things that then can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You've nothing that can go majorly wrong with the vehicle. It'll get to where you're going through any conditions, and you'll be there at the end of the day, and no will go wrong with the vehicle. And I think
there's a lot to be said sometimes for keeping things simple. Of course, you've got a conventional handbrake down here as well, no electronic stuff like that here. You've got your low range, of course, for your gearbox. It's very important when you're off-roading. It's really mechanical. A lot of four-wheel drives now, of course, are all electronic in terms of their off-road terrain
there's some
snow mode and
there's all sorts of gadgets with them, and we've got no steady or anything, but there is obviously the place you could have something fitted yourself if you had this vehicle. There is the room to accommodate anything like that. It's certainly not without it, but I think really the joy of just driving one of these as well is you don't really need a stereo. I won't be fussed over things like that.
No, it's built for a purpose.
It is. It is that sort of it's to get you where you're going vehicle, and you can throw it in the back, and then at the end of the day you can hose it down in the back, and it's fine. It's
this particular car is showing over 98,000 miles now, and you just would not think that to look at it.
No. And I bet everything with the engine, I bet this car just runs as fresh as it's come out of the factory. Run. I mean, we have seen in the past some really, really old ones, old farm vehicles with the back where it's just like a cloth, isn't it? And they still run until they get taken in bits, basically. And we know this one will be no different. Just keep on going.
But yes, it's. I think we've pretty much covered everything there with this particular car. I hope you enjoy it. We certainly thought that it would be something unique for the channel.
Different, yeah. We've never stumbled upon one of these like this.
They seem to be a bit hard to come by in terms of
here. This is the only one we've ever seen,
and yes,
here at Enkae, I don't think we'll honestly see another.
Yeah.
Probably not with this spec at all.
So I do hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, well, I think we'll take a look on the outsides now and show you everything about the outside.
Let's take a look. Well, here we are with the outside of the Defender.
Yeah,
Martin.
as promised, we're going to take a look at the outside of this Defender now, and I like it. There's lots of interesting features on this. We have mentioned them before, but there is the LED lights, which I think really freshens this vehicle up a lot.
Yeah, it certainly had a facelift. I think
it has, but it's had one for the bed. It's been a subtle facelift, but it's just made it a much more acceptable package in this Defender.
It has had a bit of restoration. You can see that bit of a paint job, should we say? But
yeah,
for the better, like you say.
I even like this green colour.
Yeah,
I think I won't say it's very agricultural, but I think it just suits.
I think it's very Land Rover.
Well, it does. It's like a Land Rover colour, isn't it?
Obviously, the front here has been painted, you can see, along with the surrounds for the lights and everything like that. Now, one thing to note, of course, the LEDs down here on the front bumper.
Yes, in the bumper.
They're a recent addition, aren't they?
They are. Again, though, I like them. I think they look great in the dark with them.
It's got a lot of presence, this car. I think it's fair to say.
It has just a simple refresh with this, and it's just made it a much better package, hasn't it?
You wouldn't think it was a 2005 car, would you?
I wouldn't personally. No, I know we can clock the plate and we know it is, but no, I wouldn't.
That side, yeah.
I think maybe this is me, but do you think it'll look good with a wheel on the bonnet? Or is that going a bit too American? I know it's got the one on the back, but I just think it looks like it's missing something here.
I think it'll look pretty good. I think it'll look pretty good if it
I think it would actually. And if I had this vehicle, I'd probably even look into having that done, if possible.
I think you may as well, really. Other thing, of course,
have the vehicle.
Well, if your pockets are deep enough, Martin.
Well, no, not more.
Speaking of wheels, let's check these out. Look at these chunky tyres on there. You're not going to get stuck in them, are you?
No, and this is what I like about the fact of these. At the moment, we've not had bad weather, thank God. But I'd love to be in a vehicle like this if we got a load of snow and that, because you know you're just going to get anywhere. I mean, they're gorgeous wheels. And they also like the alloys that go with them.
I think they're sort of the latest version of alloys that you were able to get on the Defender, I think.
Yeah.
Before
I think you could get like a pack.
Yeah.
And I think they've either got bits from this pack and done it themselves, but they've really made it look good, even with the plates to step up and get in.
Like I said, they've even colour coded them, haven't they, to the bodywork? Yeah.
It's a rugged vehicle, but it's a bit.
It's got a bit of style to it.
It has got the style to it. It's not too much blingy. It's just right. I think the black and the green goes together well with this for some strange reason.
And of course, like any other Defender, you've got your little pop-out vents.
Lovely. When you're sat in there in the open, your vent. And
that's your air conditioning, that is, isn't it?
It's your aircon, isn't it? But it's whatever it is outside, you're going to get it.
They certainly look, certainly functional vents as well. They're not just for show.
Maybe me, the fact we've got all these lights like this, I might have liked to see these as like an LED.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Maybe clear or something like that, or smoked.
Yeah.
This is me getting a bit into me old Titan cars up on that, but we'll gloss over that. But yeah, maybe.
But that's the front of it. I think we should take a look at the back now, don't you?
Yeah, let's have a wander around the back of it. See, of course, here we have. Well, obviously the spare wheel goes, and it's the same with most Defenders and Land Rovers and such. I would like to have seen one on there.
Yeah.
Just for a bit of difference.
Yeah.
But it's a decent way in the back as well with the door, and it's generous in the back, and it's just typical.
We've had a look in the back, and there is a lot of room in the back there. It also looks like it's got some nice new mud flaps on there that really make you look the part.
Yeah, you need things like that.
On the Land Rover, I think. And of course your LED lights are carried over onto the back here as well.
Yeah.
As you can see. The only one I think that doesn't appear to be is the fog light and the reversing light there. There are certain regulations, of course, that cars have to stick to in terms of that type.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the back, loads of room. You got your bench seats in the back. You can't see on camera from here, I know, but you got your bench seats in the back. You've got pretty much a hose down floor, haven't you?
What you need is like,
yeah.
But as what we touched on in the interior, I like the seats, I like the colour and the style as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's just got a little bit of luxury with it.
It's nice, obviously, you've seen the interior, nicely trimmed and in that lovely tan leather.
I like it.
Gives it a bit of individuality, I think.
It does. I think if I were wanting to get one of these vehicles, I'd certainly go for this.
Yeah.
At this age, the price of it, it would just tick all the boxes I'd want to use it for.
I mean, yes, it's 2005, but let's not forget, in Defender terms, that's pretty young.
This will just keep going. This will be made, looked after and used properly and maintained well. This will still be going along, chugging along, probably with some farmer taking hay somewhere and all, and it'll keep going. Yeah. It's just one of them workhorses, isn't it? And it's just nicely.
And I think how this one's been done out, if you wanted to use it as a leisure car,
it'd be good.
You could.
Yeah, you certainly could with this. You could really just use it as you please with this.
Yeah. Let us know your thoughts. What do you think about the Defender in general and this one especially as well?
There's a lot of people out there that have Land Rovers and all sorts in their daily life use and everything. And I'm massive fans of these, but if you're wanting one at a reasonable price, which I know is from a decent place, I'd come and snap this up before I get some money.
It's a unique car. It's a unique car, definitely. So that's the Defender. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.